Brain scans show the part of your brain that lights up when you're in severe physical pain is the exact same part that activates during a breakup. And on top of that, you're going through the brutal withdrawal of a dopamine addiction. So if you feel broken, lost, and completely overwhelmed right now, you aren't going crazy. You're having a real profound neurological experience. That pain is chemical, it's biological, it's real. But what if that same process that's causing so much pain also holds the key to the greatest transformation of your life? What if this ending isn't just an ending, but a powerful, if painful, invitation to rebuild yourself from the ground up? In this video, we're going to pull back the curtain on the raw science of why heartbreak hurts so badly. Then I'm going to give you a clear 5-step path to not just heal, but to use this pain to build a stronger, more resilient, and more authentic you. To figure out how to get out of this, we first have to understand how we got in. The first question everyone asks from the floor is, why? Why does this feel so impossibly bad? Well, the answer isn't just in your heart, it's hardwired into your brain. See, your brain is fighting a battle on two fronts at once. It's processing a severe injury while also battling an intense addiction. First, let's talk about the injury. The phrase hurt feelings isn't a metaphor, it's a literal description of what's happening in your head. Incredible studies using fMRI scans have revealed something astonishing. When you experience social rejection, the same brain regions that fire when you sprain your ankle or burn your hand become active. Specifically, areas like the dorsal anterior cingulate cortex light up, the same spot that registers physical distress. This is why the pain can feel so visceral, like a punch to the gut or a constant heavy ache in your chest. To your brain, the pain is fundamentally the same. The neural pathways don't really distinguish between a broken bone and a broken bond. Research has even shown that something as common as Tylenol can actually reduce the social pain from rejection, which just shows how deep this biological overlap runs. Your brain is trying to help, releasing its own natural opioids to soothe the pain, but when the hurt is chronic, like with heartbreak, the system just gets overwhelmed. So when you say you're hurting, you are describing your biological reality with perfect accuracy. Now, let's layer on the second piece. Addiction. Romantic love isn't just an emotion, it's a drive. It's a motivation system that runs on one of the most powerful chemicals we have, dopamine. When you fall in love, your brain's reward system, now the same one targeted by drugs, is flooded with dopamine. Your partner and your life with them becomes the main source of this incredible chemical high. Their presence, their touch, even just a text from them triggers a cocktail of dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin, creating a powerful feeling of pleasure, bonding, and happiness. Your brain gets used to that, it craves it. And then the breakup happens. Suddenly the source of that constant chemical reward is gone. The result isn't just sadness, it's a full-blown withdrawal. Dopamine levels plummet, leading to that empty feeling, low motivation, and depression. Oxytocin, the love hormone, vanishes, triggering intense loneliness. Meanwhile, the stress hormone cortisol floods your system, putting you in a state of chronic fight or flight. Your brain, desperate for its fix, activates craving centers. This is why you find yourself obsessively checking their social media, rereading old texts, or replaying memories in your head. You're not weak. Your brain is acting like an addict's, desperately seeking its drug. It's a cruel combination of being in pain while craving the very thing that caused it. This is the brutal truth of heartbreak. It's a real crisis, backed by science, happening in your mind and body. Hearing this science isn't meant to overwhelm you. It's meant to validate you. It's meant to show you that your reaction is completely normal and rooted in deep biology. It's the essential first step, because once you understand the why, you can start to strategically tackle the how. This knowledge gives you power. It lets you go from being a passive victim of your brain chemistry to an active participant in your own healing. Now that you know why this feels so devastating, let's talk about how to use that knowledge to not just get through this, but to grow into the person you're meant to become. This isn't about getting over it. This is about moving through it with intention. The pain you feel is a powerful source of energy. Right now, it's probably destructive, but we can learn to channel it. We can redirect it. This is the crossroads where your past meets your future. This is where we turn pain into fuel. The end of a relationship is not the end of you. In fact, this is where the new you begins. Healing isn't about passively waiting for time to pass. It's an active process of rebuilding. These next 5 steps are a strategic framework designed to work with your brain's chemistry, not against it, to guide you from the depths of pain into a state of profound personal growth. One of the sharpest pains of a breakup isn't just losing the person, it's the death of the future you built in your head. We don't talk about this enough, but when a relationship ends, you are mourning a ghost. You're mourning the life you had planned, the inside jokes you hadn't made yet, the places you were going to see, the person you thought you'd be by their side. That future was a source of hope and security, and now it's just gone. Psychologists call this losing your assumptive world, the set of beliefs you held about your life and what it was supposed to look like. When it collapses, it's deeply disorienting. So the first step is to consciously let yourself grieve this specific loss. Don't just say, I miss them. Say, I miss the dream of what we were going to be. Give yourself permission to feel the anger and the bitter disappointment for what will never happen. Write it down. Say it out loud. Acknowledge that you lost more than a person. You lost a potential reality. Why is this so critical? Because if you don't mourn the fantasy, it will haunt you. It becomes the perfect idealized ghost you compare everyone and everything to, making sure nothing ever measures up. By facing it, by letting yourself feel the full weight of its loss, you're performing a crucial act of emotional processing. You're telling your brain, this dream is over, which is the first necessary step before it can even begin to imagine a new one. It hurts, but it's a clean pain, a pain with a purpose. It's clearing the wreckage so you can break new ground. So many of us get stuck here, believing closure is something we have to get from our ex. We wait for the apology, the explanation, that one final talk, where it all finally makes sense. We think, if only they'd tell me why, or if they would just admit they hurt me, then I could move on. This is a trap. Waiting for closure from someone else is outsourcing your own peace of mind. It keeps you chained to them, waiting for a key they may never give you. The truth is, real closure isn't an event between two people. It's an internal acceptance that you complete for yourself. It's you looking at the full reality of the situation, the good, the bad, and the painful ending, and deciding, I accept that this is over. It's you declaring your own independence. You don't need them to participate. So how do you do this? Write the letter you'll never send. Pour every question, every accusation, every last drop of hurt onto the page. Hold nothing back. Then answer it for yourself. Not with the fantasy answers you wish you could hear, but with the hard truth you already know based on their actions. Their action of leaving is the answer. Closure is accepting that answer. It's about taking back your story. Stop the endless loop of wondering what you could have done differently. Forgive yourself for what you think you did wrong. Forgive them for what they did, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. Engineering your own closure is taking the pen back from them and writing the final sentence of that chapter yourself. It's you deciding it's finished. As we move to the next step, if you're finding this framework helpful and want to keep learning how to rebuild and empower yourself, take a quick second to subscribe. We explore this stuff every week, and by joining our community, you're taking another small but powerful step in investing in yourself. We're in this together. A breakup doesn't just leave an emotional hole, it leaves a practical one. Just think about the sheer amount of time and mental energy you poured into your partner. The texting, planning, worrying, talking, the shared activities. It's a massive chunk of your life's energy budget. When the relationship ends, all that energy is suddenly unemployed, and it usually turns inward, fueling obsessive thoughts and anxiety. The key here is to become the CEO of your energy and give it a new job. This isn't about just distracting yourself. Distraction is temporary. Redirection is strategic. It's about intentionally reinvesting that freed up energy into the one person you've probably been neglecting, you. Your identity likely got tangled up in the relationship. Now is the time to rediscover who you are on your own. What did you stop doing because your partner wasn't into it? What have you always been curious about but never tried? Make a list, not a to-do list, but a me list. It could be learning a language, trying jujitsu, joining a hiking group, starting a creative project, or something as simple as a daily walk with new music. Every new activity you try does something remarkable in your brain. It starts to forge new neural pathways. It creates new sources of dopamine, however small at first, that have nothing to do with your ex. You are, quite literally, rewiring your brain's reward system away from the past and toward a future centered on your own growth. This redirection of energy is what starves the addiction and starts to build the scaffolding for your new life. It's hard work, but every ounce of energy you invest in yourself is an ounce you reclaim from the pain. After a breakup, your brain tends to do one of two things. It either obsesses over what went wrong, replaying every mistake in a painful loop, or it romanticizes the past, remembering only the good times and convincing you that you lost the perfect relationship. Both are cognitive distortions, and both keep you stuck. Step 4 is about hijacking this process and turning rumination into productive reflection. It's about becoming a detective of your own past to find the lessons that will build your future. This is the heart of what's known as post-traumatic growth. Take out a journal and make 2 columns: what the pain taught me and what I need for my future. In the first column, analyze the relationship with a clear eye. Instead of, "it was all my fault," ask, "what was my role in the dynamic?" Instead of, "they were a terrible person," ask, "what red flags did I ignore or minimize?" This isn't about blame, it's about extracting data. Did you learn that you tend to lose yourself in relationships? That you have a non-negotiable need for better communication? Did you see a pattern of ignoring your gut feeling? These aren't failures, they're invaluable pieces of intel. Now use that intel to fill out the second column. If you learned you lose yourself, a future need is to maintain my own hobbies and friendships. If you learned you need better communication, a future need is a partner who is willing to have hard conversations. This exercise reframes the story from "I am broken because of this loss" to "I am wiser because of this experience." You're turning the pain from a weapon that hurts you into a tool that informs you. This deliberate reframing is a core part of post-traumatic growth, the very real phenomenon of people emerging from trauma stronger, more self-aware, and more resilient than before. You aren't erasing the past. You're mining it for the gold that will make your future richer. This final step is maybe the most profound. It's the integration phase. After the intense grief, the self-made closure, the redirection of energy, and the reframing of your story, you will not be the same person you were when the relationship ended. The pain and the work will have changed you. The goal of this final step is to consciously meet, accept, and embrace this new version of you. Post-traumatic growth isn't just about feeling better, it's about becoming better. Research shows that people who successfully navigate crises like a breakup often report positive changes, increased personal strength, a greater appreciation for life, deeper relationships, and a new sense of what's possible. The pain you went through carved out a depth in you that wasn't there before. It likely made you more empathetic, more resilient, and more attuned to what really matters. Your self-worth is no longer tied to someone else's approval, but is being built from the inside out. Embracing this new you means looking at your scars not as damage, but as proof of your strength. It's recognizing that because you survived this, you're now equipped to handle future challenges with a wisdom you didn't have before. It's looking in the mirror and seeing someone who walked through fire and didn't just survive, but learned how to use the heat to forge something stronger. This isn't a return to your old self. That person is gone. This is an evolution. This final step is about celebrating that evolution and looking forward not with a fear of getting hurt again, but with the quiet confidence of someone who knows they have the tools to heal, to grow, and to build a life that's more authentic because it was born from the ashes. The end of a relationship feels like a death, and in many ways, it is. It's the death of a future, a shared identity, and a part of yourself. Science shows us that your brain registers this as a physical injury and a chemical withdrawal, a brutal one-two punch that can bring anyone to their knees. But the untold truth, the secret hidden inside the pain, is that every ending is also a beginning. The amazing neuroplasticity of your brain, its ability to literally rewire itself, means that this period of intense suffering is also a period of unparalleled opportunity for reinvention. This journey isn't about forgetting the person you lost. It's about remembering the person you are and the person you have the potential to become. By grieving the fantasy, creating your own closure, redirecting your energy, reframing your story, and embracing your growth, you aren't just healing. You are actively building. You're taking the rubble of your past and using it as the foundation for a stronger, more authentic future. This pain won't last forever. In fact, studies on other monogamous mammals like prairie voles show there's even a biological mechanism that helps the brain's dopamine signal adapt after a long separation, allowing new bonds to eventually form. Your brain is designed to heal. Your spirit is designed to grow. The process is hard, but you are not broken. You are under construction. Be patient and compassionate with yourself, and know with every fiber of your being that you will get through this, and the person who emerges on the other side will be extraordinary. Thank you for being here today. If this resonated with you, share it with someone who might need to hear it. And for more on turning life's biggest challenges into your greatest strengths, don't forget to subscribe. Be kind to yourself. I'll see you in the next one.